exciting episode of Business in Africa here on African Renaissance TV Network with me, Mohamed M. Seriba. Well, today we are here to discuss on the empowering youth through entrepreneurship. It's an important topic. That is about empowering youth, encouraging youth to venture into entrepreneurship as a means of empowering them. So with me here in the studio, I have Ajay Sire, of the Modest Gallery. So welcome to Business in Africa.
Thank you, Seriba.
Thank you so much for accepting our invitation. So it's Business in Africa. What we do is, we discuss on business issues that are affecting entrepreneurship in the country, and then ways we can improve on them. So, we will try to make a base from it, by going through your background. Can you tell us who Ajay Sire is?
Good evening, everyone. I am Ajay Sire Toure, and I own a modest clothing brand named the Modest Gallery. So basically, what we do is we sell modest outfits. So we don't import actually modest outfits. We sew them here in the Gambia. So they're Gambian-made outfits. So we source the fabrics from the Gambia and then we sew them into finished outfits.
So they are basically produced in the Gambia here.
Yes, exactly.
That's great. So what inspired you into entrepreneurship?
I mean, as a young person, I've always wanted to be somehow independent. Having to love entrepreneurship a lot, and having to also love designing things, and loving to make people look nice, make people look beautiful. And I've always been someone who dressed modestly all the time. So looking at it, I saw it at a perspective where modest outfits were always expensive. They were always imported all the time. You would have to buy, and then sometimes the size wouldn't be your size, or sometimes what you order is different from what you get. And those were all problems that people who love to dress modestly face. So I was like, what, let me just start my own brand. This way, I'll be able to sew for people, and they will not face the problems that I used to face as someone who loved to dress modestly.
That's a great inspiration. Generally, entrepreneurship comes with challenges. As an individual in the business, we know, it comes with challenges. So now, what do you think, the government or anybody, any institution can do, to encourage youth to venture into entrepreneurship?
I mean, there are many challenges that entrepreneurs face, especially the young ones. But I'll just mention maybe two. One of which is financial challenges, and the other is maybe lack of experience or the skills or the knowledge. So two things that the government can do is to provide training opportunities for young people who want to venture in entrepreneurship. We know they already do that, but just keep doing it, and then to enhance the capacities of young people to be able to venture in businesses and grow with them. Two is financial challenges. Sometimes you have competitions where you'll be able to win a sum to expand your business, but then if those are increased, then you would see a lot of more young people venturing into businesses.
Well, that's a great one. Finance is one of the most important thing when it comes to business. And then every time you invite a business person, a businessman, one of the things that they will sort out is the finance, the financial aspect of challenges that they are facing. Now, of course, government is doing so much to ensure that entrepreneurs are being trained, they are being capacitated in order to, to encourage a lot of young people to venture into entrepreneurship. So now, if you have an advice to give to any stakeholder that is watching us, what would it be, in order to, to fight against illegal migration and all those stuff that are affecting youth in the country, as far as entrepreneurship is concerned?
I will ask them to, keep raising awareness around, making it in the Gambia. I think most of the people would venture into illegal migration because they think they can't make it if they're in the Gambia. Maybe it's too difficult, or they don't have enough money here or something like that, and they can make it outside. But then they could give them opportunities that they'll be able to venture in and be able to, earn themselves a decent living and stay in the country.
Well, that's a good one, even though, a lot of youth are into entrepreneurship here and there, we have a lot of youth that are being encouraged, a lot of youth that have been, into business, but then they lack the support from not only the government, but the support from the, the society, the place that they are doing business in, as in, people buying their products. Now, if there is a competition between your product, as someone that is showing your products in the Gambia, you are not importing, or, what kind of competition do you have with with goods that are being imported in the Gambia? But how is the competition in that?
I think majorly we don't have much competition with them because it's actually kind of different because we're doing Gambian made and they're actually imported. So my competitors would be maybe people who are also doing Gambian made, who are also sewing in the Gambia. So those people are my competitors, but yet we also have our niche in the market. We have ways that we make sure that our products stand out to our customers and to make sure that people will choose them over other businesses.
That's very important. Like, someone told me business in the Gambia here, if you look at anywhere in the status, you see that most of the people, most of the young ladies are being involved in selling, modest, modest dresses here and there.
Yeah.
Is this affecting the business in any form?
No, because one business can't supply the whole country. Like, you can't be the only business in the market. That every entrepreneur knows. So competitors are not also in a bad way, like competitors, like I need to hit on this person because he's a competitor. No, competitors are just two people selling the same stuff in a market. So it's just you focusing on your product, focusing on your business, making it better and making it stand out.
And making sure the quality is there, because quality is what makes you stand out.
Exactly. No matter how many people sell the same stuff, people will always get customers. Look at how many people sell food in the Gambia. But people still buy food and people still eat.
Most definitely.
That's it. And clothing is like a basic need, so people will always buy clothes.
Clothing is definitely a basic need, So, let's go into the pricing aspect of it. How do you price your products, considering the fact that you got your materials from the Gambia here, store them, and then also, sell them in the Gambia here. How do you price your products?
So one of the reasons why we actually started was to make things more affordable, because when these things are imported, you pay tax, you pay all of those things, and they actually become way more expensive. But if you source them from the Gambia, you already have the skill of sewing yourself. All you have to do is just sew them. Of course, you pay tax as a business, but it won't be as expensive as importing stuff into the country. So that makes it way more affordable for people. Also, for the Modest Gallery, we have different pricing strategies. So charging someone who wants a luxurious outfit is different from charging someone who just wants a basic outfit or a high school student compared to, someone who has a high standard of living. So we have different pricing strategies for our different market segments. So it just depends on what you can afford, then we will make that for you.
Then it doesn't depend on the, the sewing that you are doing, or you are the ones that is sewing yourself, or you have a,
Yes, I sew, but I also have a team. I have a tailor, I have an assistant, so we are like growing gradually to be able to serve the number of demands that we get. But yes.
That's a great one. So the discussion is going interesting. And then before we get our first commercial break, now can you tell us who what is the Modest Gallery, what it's about, and then the products that you deal with.
Yeah. So as I mentioned earlier, the Modest Gallery is a modest clothing brand. So what we do is we provide a wide range of modest outfits. We provide abayas, luxurious modest outfits, and just for different events, for your birthdays or a wedding, or just a casual wear that you want to wear any day and go to work or something like that. So these are the different kinds of outfits that we provide to our target market. Right now, we only provide for women, for ladies. Of course, even kids we do, that is female kids, yes. But then we are looking at also expanding to include male.
Of course, that has to be.
Yes. So all of that just has to come to expanding, having more finances, and being able to include different parts of our market segments into our target market.
So what are your target markets? Just for women, and then do you have any specific? Is there any time that you provide for those that don't want the modest outfits?
Yes, so we've had instances where people will send us stuff that are actually really modest. But, as a business person, you should be able to persuade people to buy what you are selling. So there are instances where we will tell them, come on, just adjust here a bit, it will still look nice, or wear it this way, wear it that way, add in this color or add in that color. Just, you're the designer, you know what will look nice, whether modest or not modest. And then there are instances where they will buy in and then still dress that way. So, modesty is not only, because when we say modest, people will think it's only like the hijab, like the way I'm dressing. We've had customers who are not actually hijabis who don't wear the hijab, but they still dress modestly. So these are also people that we also target. They would wear modest outfits, they're not hijabis, but as long as the outfit is covers certain parts of your body, then yes.
That's very important. It's quite important that you've mentioned that you are not going, you don't compromise your brand, that is modesty, for customers. That you have to persuade them, in order for them to to fall in line with your range of goods that you have. Well, we'll take our first commercial break. So when we come back, we continue from there. Welcome back from that short commercial break. If you are just joining us, this is Business in Africa here on Africa Renaissance TV Network with me, Mohammed M. Siliba. Like I said, I have Aja Ture, of course, the founder of the Modest Gallery. We are discussing on ways to encourage and empower youth through entrepreneurship. Welcome back from that short commercial.
Thank you, sir.
Now, we were on the discussion on the products that you have at Modest Gallery. Now, of course, entrepreneurship comes with sacrifice. What are some of the sacrifices that you have to make in order to make sure that Modest Gallery stand up to today?
Okay, so I would say, as a young person, venturing into business, there are actually many sacrifices that you have to make sure that your business is on the right track and everything. Because when you're starting, I don't know what other businesses, but when I was starting, it was like I was a one-man soldier. So I was basically doing everything. I was sourcing fabrics, I was doing the sewing, I was doing the marketing, I was doing the delivery, everything. So it was like I had to multitask a lot because I was also a student, and I also had a 9 to 5 job. So it was so many sacrifices. You had to cut down some of the activities that you were doing to be able to focus on the business and make sure that it grows at the right pace that it has to grow. So I would say it's just you setting up your priorities right to make sure that this is what I have to do at so time. And yeah, it all works out.
Yeah, that's quite important, the priorities. When you are into business, there are some things that has to go down. There are some things that has to come up, and then, that's quite important. Now, there's one thing that is very much fundamental when it comes to Africa Renaissance TV, that is sustainability. But are some of the strategies that you've put in place, to ensure the sustainability of the Modest Gallery?
So one of the things that I think are very important and that we are actually working on is having a team, because the business just can't be me and me alone just because I started it. So we have a team of like 4 vibrant with young people, with myself included. So these people will always keep the business up and running, even when I am not around. So there are instances where I would go away maybe for work, something like that. But you will see the business is still running, and then outfits are still being delivered. Things are still going about as they're supposed to be. And this is one way that you make sure that your business is sustainable. That even when you're not like around, you're not available, people will still be able to get the services or the products that you deliver.
So most definitely, an entrepreneur will tell you, a successful entrepreneur will tell you, the way to assess your business is to make sure you are not there, and then your business, you keep your business away. You are away from your business for a long period of time. Now that's important. Now we will go back a little bit. We've mentioned about the capacity building that the government needs to provide for entrepreneurs in order to encourage entrepreneurship in the Gambia here. Now, what do you think? How do you think formal education, the formal education is important as far as entrepreneurship is concerned?
I think it's very important, but there is a limitation because if you look at our curriculum, there's nothing like entrepreneurship or business training or anything like that. Mostly what we're taught to do is science, government, some of those things. And sometimes it limits like the capacity of the individual. Because you're teaching them, all you have to do is just learn this curriculum, graduate, and go seek an office job. So this has tamed the society in a way. When you tell people I'm a small business owner, they look at you like, don't you want a job? Don't you want to go? Because I remember when I started and I was like, I want to do tailoring, people were like, so sad for high school fees, but
this is our society. This is our society.
And we don't know the most successful people around the world are actually entrepreneurs. So you don't know where you will actually become successful. All you have to do is try. So I think the education system also, we should maybe try and add extra curriculum activities where people would have maybe, let's say, career guidance on how they can embark into businesses. This way, we could catch the people young, and we could make sure that they venture into business at a very young age.
Yeah, that's quite important. And then I believe the government is trying to to bring in subjects like that, because recently they've introduced subjects like the marketing, different from business. They also introduce insurance and then other subjects like that. And I'm sure as time goes on, they will add on to that to have entrepreneurship and then other subjects that will guide people towards being more of a job creator than job seeker. Now, you've mentioned about marketing, that you were alone doing marketing, at the beginning of your business. Now, how important is marketing as far as business is concerned?
I think it's the most important. I studied marketing actually at the university. So so when I started, just a quick story, right? When I started to study marketing, it was like, people were like, why do you want to do this? But at the back of my mind, I knew I have a business and this is something that I want to know how to do. So it's one of the most important things that you can do for your business. Your product can be the best.
Sorry, you have to take that again.
Your product.
Sorry.
Okay.
Your products can be the best.
Your product can be the best in the market. But if you don't know how to communicate that to the right people, then it's more like having nothing.
Yes, it's important that we have a base that you are a marketer, you are a student of marketing.
Yeah.
Marketing is something that I'm very much passionate about. Now, most of the businesses in the Gambia here, they will start for a short period of time, and then they lack sustainability actually. Businesses in the Gambia lack sustainability. Do you think, poor market planning is a cause of this? And then, how do you think we can avoid that if that's so?
Yes. Businesses in the Gambia will actually start, let's say, without having a proper business plan. Like you just wake up one day and just say, okay, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to sell that. You don't have a plan, you don't have a roadmap, you don't have something that guides you to tell you, this is what I do at this time, this is what I do at the other time. So these are things that will actually hinder your business from growing. You have small businesses who have been running in the Gambia for over 7, 8 years, and they're still small businesses. Like you have to revisit where you started, and you have to revisit what you're doing wrong, that you're still a small business. I'm not saying it's bad to be a small business but there is a time range where you need to, I have to be growing, I have to be at the maturity stage at this time of my business. So this all comes down to you. If you can't do the marketing yourself, you can employ other people. Like myself, you can employ me, and I'll build you a marketing plan or a marketing strategy for your business, something like that. You need that for your business to be able, and then we live in a social media.
But how do you think, customer service, how important is customer service in business?
Okay, so customer service is a component of marketing too. So,
because in the Gambia you go to some businesses, and then the customer, the retailer there or the person that is selling there would be acting as if the person don't care. He will be acting carefully as that. So how important is that?
I think you've explained, because imagine walking into my shop, and when you come, I am doing something else, not even paying attention to you. And you still go ahead with your purchase, and then when I make it, it's actually not good enough for you. And I still use foul words on you. Are you going to come back? No. This is how we spoil businesses for ourselves without proper, customer service. Because customer service has to be 100% all the time. As an entrepreneur, you have to make sure you communicate with your customers. You make sure they're always satisfied with what you have. And even if they are not satisfied, you apologize in a very nice way that will always keep them coming to get your products.
Most definitely, a happy customer is of course a happy business. That's quite important. Now we'll come back to the modest gallery now. Onto the products of the modest gallery. Is there any specific feature that you have that differentiate your products from from your competitors?
Yes. So we have different features that you could use to differentiate our products. But one of the most important is the branding that we provide. So we make sure our logo tag is always branded on our outfit. So at the back of each outfit that we produce, we make sure it is tagged there, and you see the Modest Gallery, the logo of the Modest Gallery, just so you could always identify that this is made by the Modest Gallery.
Is it on the collar or?
Yes, just at the back.
Okay.
Yes, you have it there.
That's quite interesting. Now it's quite important that if you have a great branding, a marketer will tell you go. Where do you see Modest Gallery in the next future, and what are you planning towards it?
I see it as a very, very explorative business, a business that will grow, because we have a team of people who are willing, and they have the skills, they have the knowledge, and they want to grow on the business, and they want to make sure this business, reaches, the higher heights. Exactly. So I think we are looking at expanding. We're looking at getting more machines, because we have, you have like different machines for different designs. So we're looking at like including all of those things in our products and making sure that we have a wide range of customers in the Gambia. Not only maybe beyond the Gambia too. All of those things are possible.
So the Modest Gallery is a brand of its own, making a wave in the fashion industry in the Gambia here. Yes. Now we'll move on to having the location, and then how people can get to you if they want to get a product from the Modest Gallery.
Yeah. So right now we are located in Farado. If anyone wants to reach me, it could be on our social media, which is the Modest Gallery. We have it on TikTok, on Instagram, and on Twitter. And you could also reach out on 3514534.
You may repeat that.
3514534. If you want to call or text or get an outfit from us.
Now, that's quite important. You can reach out to them on their social media handles at the Modest Gallery, on Twitter, on Instagram, and of course on the TikTok. Now, we'll have your products, the list of the products that you have, even though we've discussed on it earlier, but then now you give us the product that you have, and then, possibly, you might give the price of those products.
Okay, so we make corporate modest outfits. That is for people who love to dress modestly to go to work. We also make day-to-day abayas, like ones that you would wear to go out and run errands every day. We make event-based luxurious outfits, that is maybe for your birthdays or for your weddings, or any other special occasion you would want to celebrate. So all of those outfits are like a range of stuff that we offer.
So if you want to get those products, you can contact them, like he said, the numbers that he has mentioned, and of course you follow them on their social media handles, on TikTok, on Instagram, and of course on Twitter at the Modest Gallery. And then it's one of the most important ways to sell your product. Yeah. That's very important. So now let's have your final remarks. Your advice or remarks as far as entrepreneurship is concerned.
Yeah, I would just say, if you have a business idea, you don't have to wait, or as long as you have the idea and you can carry it on. All you have to do is start and see where it leads you. So to all the young people out there who want to start businesses, you can do it. If all of us in the business in the market can do it right now, then you can do it too. And I just want to see my final remarks. I would like to thank everybody who supported our business in one way or the other. To all of our customers, and to also the remarkable team that we have at the Modest Gallery, who always make sure that our outfits are ready and our products are always up and running. I would like to say a big thank you to all of you guys, and to Renaissance TV too. Thank you so much, and yes, thank you for having me today.
Thank you so much for accepting our invitation, and then it's great that you have a great team behind you. As an entrepreneur, it's not only you that push your business forward, it's the team that is behind you that push you and your business together. That's very important. So this is what we have for you today from the Business in Africa, here on Africa Renaissance TV with me, Mohamed M. Seriba. Don't forget to subscribe to our channels, follow us on Facebook and of course on Instagram, on Twitter at African Renaissance TV Network. Till we come your way next time, I'm Mohamed M. Seriba.